Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Bashem Al Shai, Bashem Kakadash, that born to the apostles and elsewhere millstone for teaching us his truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, the name Hebrew, by Hashem is the name, and Yahweh Shai is the name of the begotten Son. Back on our lesson, and as you see, judgments are going out. Yahweh Bashem Al Shai is starting to ramp things up, especially as we're progressing latter in days. You're about to see a lot more of it, which is ultimately the main point of this lesson. As you see in the title of the article, 7 people killed after more than 150 vehicles crash along Louisiana's I-55 amid dense fog, officials say. And that's heavy judgment from Yahweh Bashmasha. You know how dense that fog gotta be for over 150 plus vehicles to crash into each other? You know, you see even 7 being, I'm gonna say, deleted after that. You know how we gotta be careful on our words, especially, with YouTube nowadays. But also 7 being the word completion. But as we read more into the article, it'd be a quick lesson through the spirit. I do want to dive into some more things after this little willing. But gonna be going to these judgments that we are seeing now, and how you're about to see a lot more of it coming in the last days. As you see, things are progressively getting worse, and ultimately Yahweh Shema Shai is showing us the times that we are in. As you're already seeing sedition among men, uproars, of the people in the world, wars, rumors of wars. Hey, things are going down. Things are happening, man. Especially dealing with those tensions and the conflicts breaking out over there in Israel, dealing with Hamas. As you're going to see also other nations start to get involved. Allies starting to help. Which is all this is going to lead up to a bigger problem or a bigger point, which is going to be ultimately World War III, which is what Yahweh Shema Shai is orchestrating and doing all these things for. But let's see the main point. Don't want to get too far off topic, but at least 7 people were killed Monday in a slew of crashes along Interstate 55 in Louisiana's St. John the Baptist parish that involved at least 8 vehicles, state police say. More than 25 people were taken to hospitals with injuries ranging from minor to critical, Louisiana State Police said in an evening news release, and many victims sought medical help on their own. Authorities said the meteorologist earlier said super fog, they called it a super fog, man, had heavily impacted the area just west of New Orleans. This is also why we were to fear Yahweh Bashma Shai. And I mean, look what happened. While they're on the highway, going with 80 top, or I'm going to say 80 tops, maybe more than that, on the highway. Now it says, had heavily impacted the area just west of New Orleans. Around the time of pileup, super fog is a thick fog that develops in a damp, smoky conditions that can send visibilities plummeting to less than 10 feet. So you know how fast they're going to be going, and before they even have time to react and brake, they crash. Like I said earlier, maybe going 80 miles or more. And can send visibilities plummeting to less than 10 feet, according to National Weather Service. Some of the vehicles caught on fire after the initial crash, authorities said. One of the vehicles involved and the wrecks was a tanker truck carrying hazardous liquid, police said, without elaborating on the substance. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Now, you're about to see a lot more, Final Destination type stuff happen. Final Destination type judgments, man. Which, when you look at those movies, I don't want to say, outlandish, but those are the type of things that you see happen today, And it really just goes to show how far out the Lord is, man, and why we're to fear Yahweh Bashma Shai. Lord can take you out like that, man. When you don't even expect it. I mean, look at this. People are on the highway driving at high speeds, and they can't even see in front of them unless, they're super close. But let's read a bit more into this article, and then we'll just dive into scriptures. Like I said, it'll be a short lesson through the Spirit. Just want to go into these judgments that we are seeing, which is by the way of Yahweh Bashma Shai, which you see within these Christian churches and these churches in general pushing that the Heavenly Father is some all-loving God, when that's not the case. Yahweh Bashma Shai is balanced, man. He has the people that he loves, he has the people that he hates. And he's especially the one bringing out these judgments that you are seeing. As was mentioned in Isaiah 45:7, which we'll get later on in the lesson, how he creates evil and good, light and darkness. This is the work of the Heavenly Father, man. And y'all better get that through your skull. Now it says, once the taker the police were working on Monday evening to move the truck due to a compromised tank trailer. Once the taker is removed, first responders will be able to better assess the vehicles in that immediate area. It is possible that additional fatalities could be located. State police added, read the last 2 bits right here. Authorities have asked the public to reach out if they have a missing family member who was traveling to the area Monday morning. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards said he was praying for those killed and wounded in the crashes. So you're seeing the judgment which the Lord is bringing out upon this place. This is the work of the Heavenly Father. It's Ecclesiastes 3:16. Now it said, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. This is also another cut to those that want to push that hell doctrine, which you see heavily being pushed within these Christian churches. And now that you see, IURC hopping on that train. And it really just goes to show that these guys have sold out and have took the bag. Now they're pushing that there's an eternal, spiritual, fiery hell where you go to be tortured, for forever. As well as they're pushing that we're not to hate Esau, Edom, that, also mocking and scoffing the names. A lot of these guys are through, man. Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai is making it clearer and clearer day by day with who he is dealing with and who he is not. As I was mentioning in, I believe, Ecclesiastes, if not Ecclesiastes, going into, actually look at Malachi, Malachi 3:18, discern between who served the Most High and who served them not. Now, the Ecclesiastes 3:16, and moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there. And the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. And also going to the main point I was mentioning, just to, recap that, where you have IURC pushing that there's a eternal spiritual fire. But when you read right here, I saw under the sun the place of judgment. Now, what is under the sun? The earth, the planet. It's going to show, what this is speaking of. Judgment is taking place on the earth. And that lake of fire is going to be by the way of those thermonuclear missiles. But just wanted to bring those few points up because you've seen a lot of confusion and false doctrines being pushed, especially coming to these last days. It's only going to pick up and get even worse. That's why you need to have a strong and firm foundation within this truth. But when we read on top one more time, just bring that point home. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. Now we're getting another scripture, Zephaniah 3:5, to also answer that point. The just Yahweh Shema Shai is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light. So the Lord's judgment is brought to light every morning. And when you see his morning, it's a start to a new day. So every day, man, Lord's judgment is being brought out. But this is the just Yahweh Shema Shai is in the midst thereof. So once again, the Lord is one doing and bringing about these heavy judgments, these deletions, that you are seeing. Just Yahweh Shema Shai is in the midst thereof. So the Lord is righteous in all his doings, but to say that the Lord is all good would be, unbalanced and improper. But I wanted to make that point. As every morning doeth he bring his judgment to light, he faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Now with a couple more scriptures. Deuteronomy 32:39. Now it says, he's not I, even I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. So that's why you see a lot of people, being deformed or having certain elements when they're born, whatever the case may be. That's from the Lord right there, man. They may have done something in their past life, which you saw Yahweh Shema Shai judge them for that. That's why you see people once again having those elements or missing limbs, whatever the case may be. But it's a season that I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Use anything that can deliver out of my hand. Once again, pushing the main point. This is the work of the Heavenly Father. Amos 3:6 also adds to that point. Shall a trumpet be flying one more time? Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it? So I'm going to push the point further. This is a work of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shema Shai is the one that deserves the credit for all these judgments that you are seeing. Though he may use Esau, Edom to do, these shootings, that, whatever the case may be. We're going back to Psalm 17:13. Who is the Lord's sword? Esau, Edom. And Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be swinging that sword upon our people, man. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord had not done it? Come on, it should be clear by now. Now it's Isaiah 45:7. As I briefly brought up earlier, as I form the light and create darkness. Once again, Yahweh Shema Shai is completely balanced. As I mentioned earlier, to say that the Lord is all good would be improper, unbalanced. But the Lord is righteous in all his ways. That's why when we read earlier, the just Lord is in the midst thereof. Yahweh Shema Shai is a just power, man. As I form the light and create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, do all these things. Yet in these Christian churches, all the blame is pushed on the spiritual demon Satan. Which sure, the Lord may use the spiritual demon Satan in many cases, but ultimately it's the will and the doing of the Heavenly Father. You can also get in 2 Kings, if not 1 Kings, I think we're in the 22nd chapter, where the Lord sent that spirit upon Ahab. Where he says, who shall go and persuade Ahab, and one sit on this man, and another sit on this man. You're pretty much giving the Lord ideas, of what they can do, and one says they can be a lying spirit, and the mouth of all his prophets. So one is going to show the Lord's control of the left hand as well as the right hand, And Lord, I'm tying these points together the best of my ability. I'm kind of jumping from place to place, but Lord will. I'm still bringing it home. Now, we're going to these last two scriptures, and we'll, shut it down from there. It's Matthew 24:21-22. That said, for them should be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And once I was mentioning earlier, one of the main points I was wanting to push is that you're seeing these, judgments and how these things are continuing to pick up and get even worse. Really going to show the times that we are in. Yahweh Shema Shai is about to kick things into a whole another gear. If you thought you've seen something yet, hey, no you didn't. No you didn't, man. Especially you're seeing a lot of things taking place as we speak, man. But guess what? It's only gonna get worse, man. And that's why we're to fear Yahweh Shema Shai. Well, that should make you fear the Lord even more. Especially in the midst of all this chaos that's getting ready to ensue. Things are starting to pick up and pick up day after day. That's why I keep going to, I believe, Ecclesiastes 5:7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Make no delay. You do not want to be part of that number that's left behind, that's caught up in the midst of these judgments, these plagues, these pestilences, and everything the Lord's going to send out upon this place, especially dealing with those ICBMs, man. Those thermonuclear missiles which Yahweh Shema Shai is going to barrage this place with, and specifically America, man. A.k.a. Babylon the Great. Verse 22. I said, except the days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for your elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And as made a lesson previously, I believe 2 days ago, going to how the Lord's going to defend his elect, especially in these last days, man. But you'll pretty much the main point already. Don't want to make this a super, big lesson or, longer than it needs to be. But Lord, will tie these points together with my ability. I want to make it a quick lesson going to these judgments that you are seeing. And ultimately want to push that point of how it's only going to get a lot worse. These things are going to pick up until this place is destroyed. Until our Lord Yahweh Shai returns. Which we're patiently waiting upon, man. But we need to be doing what we can now. Doing right by Yahweh Shema Shai, doing what we can in order to be saved, man. Doing what we can in order to preserve our spot, which ultimately is all preordained. But the Lord's will of that number and all those men. But I do want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Kakadash, the bunch of the apostles, and those great millstone for teaching us his truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom. See you next one. Lord willing.